Hey, what's up, everybody? It's been a while. It feels like it's been a lot longer than almost a week, but yeah, we're back. Don't mind me as I'm eating some cereal. What are you guys eating tonight? On the Facebook post, it's telling everybody bring the food, get ready for some fun hangs. How's everybody doing tonight? Okay, who we all got going tonight? Right now, I'm rocking a granola and cinnamon toast crunch combo. It's actually not bad. It is not bad. How's everybody doing? What's everybody eating? So good to see you, Caleb. Dude, I really could have used your help today. When I went over to the DZ, uh, I think there was a few clans active today, but also I'm thinking about the time of day it was, and I'm like, those were probably kids or teenagers playing hooky. How you doing today, man? How's your day been? Dude, I hate it when you're friendly with people at first. Like they're friendly with you and then they turn like all of a sudden. So like I was going through the dark zone and playing landmarks, and I bypassed a bunch of gear because I was like, don't really need it, you know, not really interested in whatever that gear was. And like there were points I didn't even have gear. And I ran up to an extraction at oh dude, I'm sorry. There was a point I ran up to an extraction where like there was a group of 3 or 4 of them. So I ran up, did an emote, and proceeded to get blasted, which I figured probably was going to happen. Just wanted to see if the guys in that area were going to be friendly or not. And I think it was a clan that was running. They kept flipping rogue and stuff on people. I'm just like, I see how it is because they're really good at it. They're really good at making sure they can't get shot, and then when it's advantageous, then they just flip. And I'm like, I see how it is. Makes for a great time. Yeah, it definitely helps to have a team. I miss the old games like Mech Assault, and I remember playing like the old Batmans, stuff like that. Those were cool, but I do like how you can be social with the new games. What I really don't care for is when you're kind of encouraged to be a little mischievous. So, today's been a fun day, man. I've been working on some music stuff. Uh, gonna be working on things for some clients here, Lord willing, and I'm really excited. I'm excited about that. Um, Hopefully, a new song is gonna be going up by this weekend. We'll see. It's kind of it's a light project. It's not quite a short song, but it's uh it's gonna be a good time, I think. Yeah, that's the other fun part. You're just like, do you have parents? Like, what even? The old Call of Duty stuff. Um, there's a channel I watch called Blimey Cow, and they talked about that. And the guy's like, this kid starts cussing you out. You're like, do you even have a mommy or a daddy? Do you have anybody there? Pardon me, as I am taking care of a couple things at once. This is why it will be great one day to have moderators and stuff when we get to that point. It's gonna be so much fun. Because then I can talk to you guys and and pass some things over to moderators. Well, also I feel bad because like if you're trying to follow Jesus, you shouldn't when you're playing a game with a kid. If you recognize that they're a kid, just be like, just destroy them. They'll go brutal on you, but you have to kind of show them there's a better way. Oh man. But you always have to be at least ready to let people know about Santa. It's kind of frustrating because like there was a point when I joined a couple guys, didn't join their party or their clan, but the same group kept flipping between Shade and Rogue. And dude, it was so frustrating because when they're Shade, they can hide pretty well. And Isaac won't let you know that they're there until the moment they flip Rogue. And then it's just like, and depending on what level they are, since they have their watches and stuff, you might not ever touch them. And it's just like, it's so frustrating. Those hollow points work well, though. Those tend to break armor pretty fast, I think. Yeah, you could. You could. It's one of those things I've learned sometimes it's great to do the slow burn because if you just lay waste to them right there as well, first you have to know how, not stutter or anything like that. But like the slow burn is sometimes better and just mess with people over time. Anywho, don't mind me. It's been a long day going off in my ADD brain. Um, dude, I'm so excited about some of the stuff that's coming up. So like this past week has been a little bit hectic. It's been good. It's been a little bit hectic. Um, there's a lot of good things coming, man. There's so many cool things coming. I'm excited about next Saturday. Because I'll also be able to get you the other parts that you need, as well as bring a few goodies. Dude, I am so excited. Then it's not fun. Like they have to be able to catch it. Like, middle schoolers still use the your mom jokes and stuff like that. You have you gotta be able to escalate it just a little bit more and know where to take it. So that means using your grandma jokes. Okay. See, I like the way you think, Caleb. I like the way you think. Just something in me is like, oh, I don't know if I know how to do that or if I even should. Gotta hang on to yourself. Ta-da-da. Excuse me. I tell you what, man, I'm so ready for this fall weather. It's been so nice today. Like it's been these past few days have been really, really nice. It's been a little bit warm. This weekend, I know we're supposed to hit the 60s, and I'm just like, I'm so ready for hoodie weather. Like I still wear my hoodie in the summertime sometimes, but I'm definitely ready for hoodie weather to do bonfires and all that stuff. It'll be good. Also, I should probably ask, how are things going with the PRS? Are you still in love? Dude, so that's the thing, is like with the hoodie game, it sometimes gets a little bit warm. But I'm also weird. I'm so sorry about that. I'm also kind of weird. So it'll feel warm for a hoodie. I'll start to sweat a little bit, right? But then all of a sudden, it doesn't feel so bad. It just feels more like oof, she needs a tune. It feels more like it's just warm. It's not hot. It just feels a little warm. And if you ask Casey will let you know that my body just naturally produces a lot of heat. So like she can be standing next to me and my body just naturally produces heat. Um, like hopefully everybody's does, because if not, then that means you're probably dead. But it just it gives off a lot. So for some reason, that plus a hoodie, I don't overheat, and I think it's just because I'm used to feeling that heat. There we are. Don't need that tremolo in there. How you doing, G? So good to hear from you, man. Dude, I hope things are going well. I'm excited about tomorrow. I am sorry about the one thing. So used to on a Les Paul, just changing the pickups right up there. This thing, it kind of feels like a Les Paul, but it's really not. But I love the figuring on it. It's so pretty. So, G, um, when Case and I take you back to that other world where you were with us, you got to see what we did. It's kind of cool. I think you'll be impressed. Thankfully, Casey did not um, enslave more villagers. So, yet. So, Caleb, I think G, he kind of knows Casey's tendency to take the villagers and use them to work her fields. Maybe. So just know, G, if you use it on me, I'm gonna use it on you. I know, man, you're still there. Cause you haven't been on since then, so that's like what, 100 and something days? And Caleb, I agree. Except I don't think the villagers are humans. Because you think about it, the zombies look different than the villager zombies, which look different than the pillager zombies. Oh no, there might be another conspiracy here, guys. So, Caleb G, what color are the villagers? That would make sense, G. That really would. Dude, so Caleb, think about this. What color are the villagers? What color are the zombies? What color are the villager zombies? What color are the pillagers? And what color are the pillager zombies? uh, I think I made that worse. Let's try this. Yeah. Yeah, that was a little sharp. So, I think I used this guitar on the album where I was wearing a top hat. I think that one. So, oh, dude. Also, don't mind the water above. You guys already know. You gotta love a good tremolo pedal. And with the chorus pedal, we can make it a little bit more 80s. Make a song about a girl named Jolene. She's Italian, so her last name is Mama. But since I know her well, I call her Joe Mama. You're more than welcome, G. I'm just excited for the day when we get to jam and stuff again. So Caleb and I were meeting up in the near future, and we're supposed to do some jamming. Oh, excuse me, because the guy's gonna be Caleb. You're gonna be like what, 16, right? It's been so long since I've done that. So Caleb, I made the really bad mistake when I was working at a hospital. I made the really bad mistake of trying to move a like 500, 600-pound patient on my own. And my back has not been the same since. Hopefully this one's in tune. If it's not terribly off, then should be good. So yeah, Caleb, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I chipped the edge off on that one. I've not played this guitar out in so long. I need to play it out. This is probably one of the best shapes though for playing sitting down. Like, it's so good. See if I can get any kind of tension pull up there. Nope, so microtuners it is. Caleb, I was gonna say that'll give you some arms though. Dude, I love Hoyer lifts for that reason. The issue was, so I worked nights, right? At least that's when I did when I worked at that hospital. Man, she's out of tune. I worked nights, and the nurse that was going to be taking over the patient was like super small. No. Rule number 1, if you are single, do not date a nurse. Unless you have vetted them and their sanity, because there are some wild nurses out there, man. Like, that nurse stereotype exists for a reason. There's some really, really good nurses out there. I've worked with a lot of really good nurses. But there are some that even though they were super cool, super good, they still worried me sometimes. But you know how small case is, and this nurse was probably around the same size as case. I don't think my tuner's acting right, guys, because I'm listening to this and it sounds worse and worse. So what we're going to do here is a little thing I like to call taking off the lock and nut. So let me grab my Allen wrench, wherever it is, and we'll get that squared away. Or I could just drop it into like D standard. Make it a D standard. Dude, she was small. And so like this patient was massive. There's been one time in my life where I've seen a patient where they required 2 beds to move. And it yeah, that was kind of interesting. So there comes a point where in somebody's life, you know, that they really don't like care anymore. But like there came a point where you're worried for the person, you know. Yeah, man, that's what I was doing. I was returning them pretty much all the way out again, so that when I come in and take off the locking tuners, I may just leave them off. Honestly, it's gonna make the tuning janky, but like they don't really work that well, anyways. So I might just like loosen them up, leave them on, and the Floyd Rose is just gonna Floyd Rose, you know. It's gonna do its thing. But honestly, man, this is like one of the best guitars I think I've played. I'll bring it out to when we meet up. The strings are still good; they're not like corroded and all nasty. So I'll give it a clean up and bring it out and see what you think. But I think the coolest thing, I don't know if it'll show in this light. There it is. Sure, G. So, one of the coolest things about that guitar was that signature on the back. from a guy. His name is LJ. He used to play guitar in a band called Special D, and it's short for Special Delivery. Um, but these guys, they used to open up at shows, and they would play like the same shows as Skillet and all this stuff. And he told me that there was a point in his career and his life where they were playing, and he was just looking out at everybody, and he's like, he felt like the people were worshiping the guys that were on stage versus, like giving God the glory. Like, he's really focused on ministry aspect. I think that's kind of how he was telling the story. LJ, if you watch this, sorry if I'm butchering your story. And so he ended up leaving. He stepped down, and yeah, he works at a music shop. He's been there for, I think, years and years and years. Still plays guitar. Still super cool guy. The thing you'll like about this one, Caleb, is it's well rounded, but there's still a little bit too much to the mids, if you ask me. So that's the trouble, and it's already chunky. I do have issues with the rhythm pickup. Like, you gotta move it just the right way, and then it works. So I've run into that issue with this guitar and the white PRS. It's pretty good. The best thing, though, definitely the finish. Like, you can just see the sparkles, and dude, it's one of the best. Goes out of tune kind of fast. No, believe it or not, the Switch is great. Thank you. Switch is great. With the PRS, the washer would come loose from time to time. Or the nut would come loose from time to time, so I would retighten it. But I have also heard that the PRS SEs, especially, sometimes have issues with their switches. So yeah, if you want, I'll bring this one out too, since where we're meeting is not too terribly inconvenient. Oh, here we go. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. I don't remember how to do it. No, I used to play the intro to Stairway a little bit. And what's crazy is that you can usually get away with playing it in church because not too many people, I think, recognize it anymore. Yeah, this is a great machine for like when your set list is a lot of fast rock songs, and it's uh, it's not bad. It's not bad. Gee, I told Caleb this story, but I don't think I told you. So, um, do you remember the song? Uh, it's a church song. What's it called? I want to sing a new song. That one song. I want to sing a new song. Shout it out louder than before. Let the whole earth sing. The whole earth sing. That one. Well, there's a spot in it. So let's say we're in G, because I think that's generally where I play it at. I wanna sing a new song. Shout it out loud, louder than before. Let's do it in D. Let the whole earth sing. It's been ages since I played it. The whole earth sing. And then he does his whole yeah. And there's a way you can play uh and you slip it into the service. Nobody notices, but it's immense fun. Wow. Pardon me. It has been ages since I've ever played that. Yeah, you can tell I am so rusty on that. Oh my goodness. There was one day I learned you could play that song in harmonics. I'm not going to even pretend to remember the harmonics. So when you say the main Star Wars theme, Caleb, do you mean the where they do the scroll? Uh oh my goodness. She's got eyes that seem to remind me of childhood memories and everything. Oh no, no, no. I'm so confusing those lyrics. It's been so long since I've listened to that song. Now I feel really old because I used to listen to that all the time. A bright blue sky. No, she's got eyes like the bluest sky, and if she thought of rain, I'd hate to look into those eyes and see an ounce of pain. I used to so a little bit more about my backstory. When I worked at Taco Bell, um, my Taco Bell was two businesses down from Dairy Queen, right? And Dairy Queen had decent Wi-Fi, but they also had people there around my age where I wasn't seeing them every day. You know, I could go say hi. Um, the people there were relatively good looking and like they were fun. It was friendly. And I would go there and that's where I would like listen to Guns N' Roses and Aerosmith and like all those people cuz I couldn't really do that at my house. My parents weren't a huge fan of me bringing in that kind of music in the house. So, um, Dairy Queen was kind of the spot I'd go. I'd hang. I'd talk with like my second mom, my second or third mom, and she was kind of my adopted mom. But I would talk with her and her husband and just hang with everybody. It was so much fun. And that's why that song from N' Roses is special to me because I think the first time like actually listened to that song and watched the video, I was sitting at Dairy Queen and I was like, dude, this is so cool. Cause I remember seeing Slash and years ago, I had loved the Les Paul style because, well, I saw Guitar Hero, like, I saw Slash's silhouette with his guitar and all that stuff. I'm just like, "This is so cool." And I was huge into Les Pauls. I still love them. Epiphone, if ever you wanna sponsor me, I'll definitely look into it. But, um, yeah, I got huge into Les Pauls, especially after seeing that video. And then this guitar came up, I think, Christmas time, a little bit before Christmas time around that year, and, I I had, like, 4 months to pay it off, and I think I took all 4 months, and I got this one paid off, and when I got to take her home, I was so excited because it was like this was a guitar that was really hard to walk away from, and I had walked away from it, I wanna say a couple times before when I was at the store, the retail store. And I was so like, I was telling myself I didn't need it because I really didn't have the money for it. Like, I didn't need it and all that stuff. And you know how that goes, Caleb. So, um, there was a guy there and his wife who I've known this guy for a while, but he told me, he's like, man, he's like, see, you got time to pay it off. He's like, you need it. You should get it because it's kind of speaking to you. And I don't even remember much about how we got on this, but yeah, it's just like it was so cool. It's one of the few guitars that like it just fits. It's just right. Yeah, I think I remember telling you about it, Caleb, because if I remember correctly, I took some photos while I was on the glass counter, and I think I sent them to you. I may have sent them to you because I was like, dude, check out the sparkles. Oh, forgive me. Sometimes I'm a little bit of a goober. Yeah, I am. I think about that sometimes, and dude, those were crazy years. So like back then, guitars were my friends. Um, so like Caleb and I, we go back then, and we would like video chat and jam and stuff. But like I had mostly online friends. That was where my friends were. And um, with online friends, it gets sometimes it can be a little sketchy because not everybody is up at the same time, and sometimes people just get busy in life, or somebody starts dating somebody, or yeah, we are, Caleb. Um, but like guitars were kind of my therapy. Buying a new guitar, buying especially a cheap guitar, because I was on the tangent back then, and I still am now, that you don't need expensive gear to produce good music. Um, Pretty much everything that I use is like pretty cheap or mid. Um, it does stack up though. Oh my goodness, it does stack up. But um I'm glad to hear that, Caleb. Cause like some guitars, they just kind of hit you a certain way. And it's that weird mojo. It's that weird feeling of just like, huh, you're right. I do need this. I'm so glad it went to you, man. I really, really am. So, like, one of the things for me with guitars and stuff that I have, I really want to make sure that they go to a good home. If I really care about a guitar, then I really want it to go to a good home. Um, if it's a super dirt cheap guitar with not like very much sentimental value, yeah, then it's probably gonna go. But like um, with that PRS, that's one of the ones that I remember from when I worked at the hospital with the nurse that I bought it from. So that one has like some significance, but not nearly as much as like um, that one. That one, um, we've kind of been through some things. We've, yeah, you did, Caleb. I only had to wait 4 months for the Epiphone. You waited 3 years. And like, there's something about when you find the right guitar and you start taking it places with you. I've gigged that white one out way more. Like that is my go-to. Um, I'll grab that one. I'll grab a Les Paul. Or I'll grab the white PRS and a Telecaster, and I'm set. Like I don't need much more than that. I really don't, because like the Tele covers most genres. Um, the PRS covers like especially the CCM and indie stuff. If you're an apostolic guitarist, it's almost mandatory that you have a PRS if your church has a camera, it seems. It's either a Strat, a PRS, or a Gibson. Those are like the only three I think I see on apostolic platforms. Um, I have seen a Schecter before. It's kind of cool. It was pretty cool. Um, it's kind of weird though because like I feel it's almost like a statement piece, you know. So you go to Bible college and you're studying music, you know, you're a guitar player. So there's like 13 other of you, and you're the guitar player that sings the least well. So they have you like focusing on guitar. And so you gotta get a nice guitar. I think that happens sometimes, but I'm just uh rubbing a little bit of salt in there. Dude, that's the thing, is like when you spend time with the guitar and it's the right fit, you you start comparing everything else by that guitar. You're like, "Ooh, this is cool," but my other guitar feels a certain way. It's smoother, or um, it's brighter, or the way that it sits in my lap is different. And that's what I've noticed. So for me, excuse me, I have three guitars that are like desert island guitars. Um, the white PRS, the AXL Badwater, and then the Telly, which is in a bag. You can't quite see it. But with those three, I can definitely do everything from country to folk to Midwest emo to like metal and all that stuff. But like if I had to choose one, then it's either gonna be the probably either be this one or the PRS. But we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully there's no desert island scenario. Excuse me. Well, guys, we've been going for almost an hour. Probably going to go ahead and call it here in a few minutes and give you guys a state of the studio address. Things are going well. Hopefully, going to be taking care of some work for some clients here soon. And yeah, I finally am putting out some business advertisements on Facebook. Finally, things have kind of slowed down enough, I think, where Caleb, let me bring my Telecaster out there for you, and you'll want a Squire soon. um, but yeah, starting to put out business pricing out there for people so they can kind of know what they're walking into. Um, Cold approaching is different. So like I'm not gonna blame anything for it, but cold approaching is definitely it's not the best way to do this kind of business model. Um, so it is one of the aspects, like I have business cards and all that stuff out circulating. It's great for the social media side. So social media, thank you guys so much, is growing. We're at 164 subscribers on here. Thank you to everyone who's subbed. Facebook, we're at like 125 followers. So thank you to everybody for liking and following over there. Um, but we are a business. We are a business. This is a business where I am here to help people who have a need. So, yeah, I'm excited for these next few weeks. There's some good stuff going on, some stuff popping up. And so be praying because hopefully there's going to be some really good gigs in the near future. Um, I'm super excited about that. Still don't have the shirt stuff settled yet, but it looks like we might have a way to get things done pretty inexpensively. It's just going to take a little bit of time. So, uh, shirts are still delayed, but if you want one, they're still on the Threadless store. Just threadless.bloodwolf music, I believe is the link. I don't have it in front of me, but if you go to threadless.com and you put in Bloodwolf, then you'll see my shop pop up. You'll be able to get one of the shirts with the cool Bloodwolf Records logo on it. People really do give compliments on that shirt, and I was not expecting that, but people really do like it. Um, we do have stickers and stuff. So if you see me out and about, we'll try to get you a sticker pack if you have not gotten one yet. We do have more dog tags in. We do have to get them engraved though. Um, so all sorts of little things going on, guys. But merch is underway. Um, that first pass of dog tags went so fast. And thank you guys so much for that. For real, thank you. Um, let's see, what else was I gonna say? Should be hopefully a new song coming out this week or weekend. Um, the next week should have a full length song coming out potentially. I'm trying to get a session player involved in that one, and if they are able to do it, it may be a little bit longer, but if not, then it should be coming out next week. Um, yeah, we have some growth. We're doing some things, and slowly but surely, guys, we are we're doing some cool stuff. Yeah, Caleb, give me just one moment. I'll kind of show you what it looks like. Okay, so this is the necklace version of the dog tag. This one is actually really, really special. I don't know if you'll be able to see that very well. There we are. You can kind of see it there. This one's special because it's the prototype. Um, Sticker packs are absolutely free. We will get one to you as soon as we can. Um, this is the prototype one. So this has a YouTube play button above the QR code that takes you to the YouTube site. And talking with the guy who does the machining and the engraving, he was like, "Do you like this the look?" And it was like, "Well, it's cool. The front was great, but then the back, it was like, I don't know if I want like a YouTube play sign over the QR code." And so Case and I we talked about and we decided not to do that. So this one's special because it's the only one that's like that. Um, so we do have more dog tags. We've got to get them engraved. Um, yeah, there's a lot going on. So like uh there's so much that I want to do now, but you have to be so responsible because like the company only makes so much and I don't think I've been paid I don't think I've paid myself in a long time because I also don't really make that much business yet. Mostly everything has got to go back to the business. Um, so like it's really weird, guys. Caleb, you know, G, you already know. The uh, the business model is you invest what you make from the business back into the business. It takes about 5 years or so before you actually can start to draw a regular paycheck. Um, when you guys support the business, when you guys buy a t-shirt or whatnot, I do get some of that and I really appreciate that. That money goes to a few things. First and foremost, if finances are low, then I kind of have to make sure that one, studio stays where it's at. Have to make sure these guys are taken care of because these guys are part of the business. Yep, it is the costs of maintenance. It is your travel, your rent, your maintenance, um, paying for these guys and stuff like this to be made so you can grow your reach. And yeah, it's fun. It's weird. It's a weird game, but it's so much fun. That's why also in trying to get these shirts and stuff for cheap, I've been talking about this the past few weeks a lot because it's something that's on my mind. Um, but in trying to get these shirts cheap, it also means that the reach goes out a whole lot more. If you're looking at a shirt and you know it's like 20 bucks, $20 a shirt feels like a lot. I'm a cheapskate in that aspect. Oh, yeah. But when you pay $10 for a shirt and it has something cool on it, then you feel like you're getting a deal. Because I tell you what, there are shirts at Goodwill that cost 8, 9, $10 now. So then if you're equaling Goodwill, then you're doing pretty good, right? I would love to get it a little bit cheaper than that, but realistically, that's probably not going to happen. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get it to $10. I'm looking at everything, and the cost of manufacture is not cheap at all. So we'll see what happens. Um, But yeah, so that's things on the merch side, the music side. Um, yeah, we're growing, guys. We're doing well. Social media, um, those posts are going out and they're reaching people. So again, thank you guys for tuning into that, for liking and sharing. Um, as more music comes out, the thing I want to avoid is focusing too much on one thing or the other. So I don't want to focus so much on getting social media content out that I don't work on the songs, and I don't want to work on the songs so much that I'm not here, uh, or out drumming up business, for the business. And so as I'm learning all these things in these coming weeks, thank you guys for coming and hanging. Thank you guys for just being there. I really appreciate that. Um, I've said it before and I mean it. There's so many good things that are coming. There's a lot of good stuff on the way. And we're going to make it. And I believe that this business, it's not going anywhere except where God wants it to. So that was something years ago that I used to worry about sometimes, was that I wasn't sure how it was going to work. I wasn't sure about what was going to what was going to be the plan, what was even part of the dream at times. And it's taken a few years, but the plan is still the same, and it's, with God's help, change the world for good. It's not just what I call good, but like when people are sad, when people are depressed, they need somebody there sometimes with them. And we know that God's with us with whatever we go through. And I want people to know that. And I want people not to forget that. But I also want them to know that there's other people out there too that are with them. And also, it'd be fun to get on the radio again. That'll be a 1 day goal. We'll see what happens, guys. But we've been going for like an hour and 10 minutes, y'all. It is so good to see you all. Thank you all for hanging with us. We will probably not be live tomorrow night. I might go live tomorrow during the day at some point. I do have uh, some work I'm doing on the music, so I might be live doing some live mixing on that. And just saying hey to everybody and working on stuff. So if you're available, love to have you. As always, bring food because like it's chill hangs. Bring food, get comfy. It's always good. I'm gonna miss you too, G. So when you get off tonight, shoot me a message. If I can't sleep, then we should totally hang for a while. Maybe play some Facebook games, um, or other things. But it's good to see you, G. Good to see you, Caleb. Everybody else that's watching this later, we'll see y'all later. See you at the next one. Just remember, you matter. You're not junk. Jesus loves you. And we'll see you in the next one, guys.